Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Virginia's offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Snow. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
So the Florida State offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love. And
big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the back. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Noles look to keep this drive humming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown Seminoles. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And here's the return. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. And it's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Working the middle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Vaughn. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
He'll sneak it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. Under fire. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. Looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Keeps the play going. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Finds his big tight end. Push down for the tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Virginia. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll ride Davis here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
To the air, it's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's looking deep. Brings it down on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. First play of the period, first down here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man across the middle. Pulled down for the tackle. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly complete. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cavaliers! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because the
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
He makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Caught over the middle, it's Robinson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Gonna run it. It's Ochuk. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, no! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
That touchdown pass at the end of the half is really going to help out this quarterback's confidence. The extra point's going to give them the lead. You got to feel good heading in at halftime. When you're up on the scoreboard, expect them to keep throwing it around in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to pass on second down. Working on the right. Turning it on. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Runs through the tackle. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Vaughn. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. He's got an open man, and you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Offense rush. Line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense, got him at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to Davis. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again,
breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Quarterback on the keeper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Cavaliers in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The short hands, it's Snow. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll ride Davis here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Handoff from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunky.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harrison. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Looking for a crease. It's Vaughn. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's second and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football tonight.
You know, at this point in the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 25. The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Got the first down and more. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Find some fresh air. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Noles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll keep it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll try the left side. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to try to run the football down here close to the end zone. Just not able to punch it in on that last 3rd down attempt. So now they...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game.
Turning it on! A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Cavaliers hit it quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cavaliers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Harrison. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Got it in the middle, it's Harrison. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong.